The World Cup of Darts gets underway with 40 nations all battling it out in the PDC's only pairs event. Now, England are understandably the favourites to go all the way with the world number one, a newly crowned Premier League champion, Luke Humphries, partnering the debutant in Luke the Nuke Littler, world number two, of course, and the world champion. But there are many nations who believe that they can stop them from making it back-to-back titles, including the host nation Germany and the number 4 seeds Northern Ireland. So delighted to have Martin Schindler and Josh Rock alongside me to preview the action. Josh, you made your debut in this tournament 12 months ago. You put in some sterling performances alongside Brendan Dolan. What did you learn from that campaign that's going to help you this time around?
You have to slow your game down a lot because obviously there's 3 people thrown in front of you. So it is pairs a very difficult game for anybody to get along with. But last year with Brendan, I knew what I had to do. When you're playing for your country, it's completely different than playing for yourself because you want to bring the trophy home for your country.
Yeah, it is different playing for your country, especially in a home tournament. We've seen how the crowd get behind you. You've got a different partner this year, though, Martin. How do you think you and Ricardo are going to complement each other up there?
Well, first of all, I have to say that Ricardo really deserved his spot in the team, so I'm not really complaining about the situation. Actually, I'm very positive about the situation because I think Ricardo can play really good, and maybe together we can obviously tickle the other nations a little bit. I think we have a good chance of winning games, but it's going to be a tough task at all, but I'm looking positive in the future.
Tickle them, I like that. I'm not going to ask whether you tickled Daryl Gurney, but he's your new partner, and you have said for a long time that you really want to play in this tournament alongside Daryl. Why do you want to play with him so much? Is it just because you know each other's games very well?
Yeah, I would say because Daryl, over the years when he played for Northern Ireland, he's a different animal, and obviously Daryl on the out, he can turn into a different animal. Everybody knows he played Premier League, won the Grand Prix, won the Players' Championship, but Daryl really wanted to play with me 2 years ago and I just missed out in qualifying, and then last year Brendan sneakily qualified, but I didn't mind who I played with, but I really do think this is the strongest Northern Ireland team there's ever been.
Yeah, and when it comes to darts in Germany, it is in such a good place at the moment. You've got Nico Springer, who's just made a final on the Euro Tour. You, of course, have picked up titles on the Euro Tour and the floor in 2025. Max Hopp is making a very good comeback, and Ricardo as well. It is a very, very exciting time for German darts, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to say it's getting bigger and bigger every year, and I think now we're having 12 tour card holders at the moment, so there are coming some new talents up there, and it's getting hard for me in the future to stay the number one, but I have to say I take the challenge, and I'm already looking forward into the future. I think the age of the German players who are going to get coming through are going to be very young in the future, below 25, below 30 definitely, and we're going to be a bright future for us, I think.
And captain this year, of course, something you have done before, but not alongside a debutant. What advice do you feel you need to give Ricardo? Of course, he's got so much big stage experience, but what do you feel he might need help with up there?
Well, it's a difficult question because the good thing about playing in Germany or growing up in Germany, you get used to play couples or pairs all the time in your leagues or maybe tournaments as well, so he's used to having that situation, and obviously this is now on the highest level, so there's definitely a new situation, especially now playing in front of 3,000 fans, playing in front of the TV cameras, and I just want to give him the confidence that he doesn't need to feel any pressure, that he can just play freely, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and when you are a rhythm player, it can be quite difficult in these pairs tournaments, can't it?
Very difficult, especially to me. Daryl's a rhythm player too, and so is Martin, but listen, when it comes to the World Cup and play for your country, you have to adjust. Simple as that. Yeah,
and looking at your form, you have been spectacular in 2025. Semi-final of the UK Open, you've picked up a title, and the numbers you've been producing in Pro Tour events, it feels like it's going to be a very, very special year for you. Is that how it feels for you?
Well, fingers crossed of it, a very special year, yeah, but I'm putting in the hard work. Obviously, I switched my target. They got my darts perfect, changed the whole setup. I'm just very confident in my own setup now.
And what differences have you made to your setup?
Well, I went to the all-in-one system. I think I've went like 0.2 grams lighter, apparently. Just remember where they were made. And I've changed the shape of the barrel at the front, and they just seem to be flying in better.
And we mentioned it at the start, but of course the two Lukes, there are so many eyes on them at the moment. But you have to look at Germany, Northern Ireland, Wales. There are so many nations who could stop them. When you look at the two Lukes, do you think there could be any difficulties for them playing together for the first time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a pairs tournament. You are not really prepared for that because you're playing on the highest level, as I said before. And I think we are mostly playing for ourselves and never as a team. So you have to get used to it. But I said something like that last year as well about Humphries and Smith, and obviously they won it then. So, but I think they're not unbeatable. They're very strong, but they're not unbeatable, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, Josh, would you agree with that? Because yes, they're world number 1 and world number 2, but they're certainly beatable. And when you look at Luke Littler's finishing over recent weeks, certainly question marks.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you look at it back when James Wade and Feltier both 1 and 2 in the world, played Spain, and Spain beat them out the park. So that just shows you what darts is all about. So yeah, it could be very tough, but it's still going to be tough to beat England.
And an important question, how much would it mean to you personally to get your hands on that trophy alongside Darryl?
Oh, it means the absolute world to me and Darryl, because Northern Ireland hasn't really won much in anything. So I think if me and him lifted that trophy for the country, I think it'd be absolutely fantastic.
And we know how much it would mean to you personally, but for darts in Germany as well. We saw what happened when Max Hopp first won a tournament, when you first won on the Euro Tour, and Ricardo as well. How much would it do for darts in Germany if you were to go all the way this time?
Oh well, that's a good question, I have to say. But in Germany we have the phrase, we are going to leave the church in the village, which means that we are going to see what's going to happen, and not that I'm going to take something in front of me away, so that we're just going to focus on the group first, and then we see what's going to happen.
And now the top 4 seeds don't enter this tournament until Saturday. So I also have to ask, what on earth are you doing here so early, Josh?
Well, manager, he's enjoying Vegas and he's booked me here early, but I can settle down and get prepared. Darryl will be here tomorrow and we'll get mentally focused, because I've been on the phone with him the last couple of days and we're getting each other ready for this.
Yeah, so Josh will enter the tournament on Saturday, but to see whether Martin Schindler can once again shine on the World Cup stage, make sure you come and join us tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. on Sky Sports Action.